Wow. Wow, that colour payoff totally shocked me then. I think we've got just about, oh my goodness. Wow, wow. You know, if you took a shot for every time I said the word wow, you'd be definitely on your way to sloshed by now. Hi everyone, I'm really excited today because my favourite paint maker ever, Karen, KJDesignbyKaren, has created a whole new type of watercolour paint. She's not sold these before, I don't think. They are called the Super Chromes and they are just exquisitely shiny and sparkly and just amazing from what I've seen, you know, of the artwork that she's created. So I'm super excited to try them. This is how they have come, so I thought we'd open them together. I also ordered a replacement chrome because it's one of my favourite KJ colours, and that's come in this cute little box with a holographic sticker, and I'll show you that one. I've already shown it on the channel before, but it's worth seeing again. Honestly, it's the best chrome silvery paint that you'll ever find. That's her little tag, so if you want to go find her on Etsy, she is KJDesignbyKaren. Yep, so let's get into it. I'm so excited. Right, so it's come in this really cute little purple polka dot bag. I'm going to very carefully take off the sticker. Wow, so first thing I've noticed straight away is that we have a gold tin. This is so different to what Karen normally does because her tins are usually look a little bit something like this. So they're always a silver tin with her logo or a little picture on the front. This is a gold one. So straight away I've got the feeling of this is something different. This is something really, really good. So let's open it up. So Karen always puts these little squares on a piece of card inside the lid so that you can quickly swatch your colours and you can see as soon as you open it what they're going to look like on paper. So on this one we've got a little bit of plastic just to keep the paints in place, and then we've got this piece of vellum which will stop any of the extra bits of paint from, you know, touching the lid or whatever, so it just keeps them protected. And even just looking at those little bits that are on there, I'm so excited because they look really, really sparkly. So I was asking Karen, what's the difference between the Super Chromes and your normal metallics, because Karen's, you know, usual metallics that she sells are already amazing. So I was like, what's the difference with these? And apparently they have been made with a different kind of powder, so it's made with a very, very minuscule bits of glitter, very tiny weeny bits of glitter, and it just makes it so much more sparkly and rich. The only thing is with these Super Chromes, because if you've had Karen's paints before, you will know that the second pretty much you touch water to them, they are ready to apply. They dissolve really, really quickly. They're very melty and you get a really good colour payoff very quick. Because of the different sort of formula of these or the different compounds, they just take a little bit longer to dissolve underwater. So you have to sort of put water on them first, maybe leave it 10 minutes or so, then come back to it and you will have that perfect melty, beautiful payoff. So yes, they do take a little bit longer, but so what, you know. You can go and do a bit of washing or go and do something else while you're just waiting for them to start their magic. It's not a big deal really. If you're getting such intense colour payoff, then it doesn't matter to me one bit. So what I'm going to do then is, let's have a look at the colours first. I'm getting ahead of myself. So you can see that there are 10 colours in this palette and they all have names. I'm going to just carefully get between these palettes and split them up a little bit so that we can see the names that are written on the side of the pans. Oh. Okay, so I can see those ones. Let me just move these a bit further up so I can see the names are written on the front. Okay, so here we've got white, pink, deep pink, cerise and red. And then the bottom we've got pale blue, navy, teal, green, and what's this one? Gold, obviously. So I'm going to bring the palette up to camera so you can see nice and clearly just how incredible they look already in the pan. Sometimes when you get metallic paints, they can look a bit dull before you've put water to them and you think, are these going to have a decent payoff? But these, you can see straight away the incredible sparkliness and the shine of them. Like I say, they're called super chromes. So if you've seen the silver chrome before, you know how intense that is, and that is just replicated times 10 here in this palette. So I'm just so excited. I have seen them being painted on something before, and it was just amazing, the payoff. But yeah, I'm just really excited to test them for myself. I've got some black and white cards so that we can test them on both, because it's really important, especially with colouring books that are usually on white, that they have that same intensity as, you know, on black as they do on white. So that's really important. We will test that out. And for now, I'm just going to put some water on them and let them do their thing for a while. Then we will come back and see what we've got. So maybe I should get like a little spray bottle or something, because it's a little bit more difficult to scoop with a brush. But we'll just put a decent amount of water on there so that we give it lots of opportunity to melt and show us what they're made of. So I'm just literally dotting water on these. So I guess with them being a different formula and them taking longer to dissolve, what's the word I'm looking for when paint melts with the water? I don't know. Because I guess that's why it takes them longer, because the formula and whatever Karen, you know, what magic ingredients she makes them with, they're just a bit firmer than normal, the standard metallics. So they do feel a bit firmer, and that's probably why they take a bit longer. But good things are worth waiting for, aren't they? So I will come back in around about 10 minutes. Okay, so I actually left these for about 20 minutes more or less, because I got distracted doing other things. But hopefully they'll be fine. I'm sure they will. The water seems to have melted really nicely onto them, and they've got this beautiful bright jewel tone, even brighter than they were when they were dry. I've just separated the pans a little bit better so that they're all nice and neat in line, and they're not bleeding into one another because they're right next to each other. So I'm just dipping my brush in the water, you know, just to get the bristles wet, and then we're going to go straight ahead and go into the white. So yeah, these definitely feel firmer than Karen's standard metallic paints, but I preempted that anyway. I'm sure that they would do, with them needing a bit longer to melt. What's the word? Dissolve, melt? You know what I mean. So yeah, I'm just rubbing over the top. These pans, by the way, they're half pans. I've just got a bit of silver on there, oh well. These are half pans, so you're getting loads of product, because Karen's not only filled them, you know, as a half pan, but she has domed them as well, so you're getting loads and loads of product on these. So here's the white. Wow. Wow, that colour payoff totally shocked me then. I thought that with it being white, it was going to be, you know, quite difficult to see. But wow, yeah, that's blown me away already. And I'm more excited, to be honest, to get to the really deep, intense jewel tones. I wasn't expecting as much from this, but that is intense, and it's very opaque as well. So I'm just excited now to see the rest. Like I say, I did get a bit of that white on the pink, but we should be all right. It shouldn't make any difference. That's just me chatting and not looking what I'm doing. So this one is pink. And again, they feel so smooth and melty, but they still have that firmness underneath. Here we go. Wow, 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 wow. Gosh, these are amazing. And these are the really, really light colours, so I can't wait to see what the deeper colours look like. And if you're getting a glare from my overhead light and you can't properly see them, please don't worry. As soon as they are dry, I will bring them up to camera. We'll give them a good old shine in the light, and you should be able to see it better. But yeah, just stick with me, because sometimes it's really difficult to film metallic colours when you've got a big overhead light sort of glaring down onto it. So I will definitely do that once they're dry. And you can tell the colour intensity better once they're dry anyway, because obviously the water can sometimes make it look a bit diluted and you can't really see the sparkle till it's dry. Anyway, stop nattering on. Right, deep pink. So this is clearly deeper than the pink just before. Absolutely beautiful. I love to just watch the pigments. You know, when you put water on it, you just watch them move of their own accord. Gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow, wow. I think I need a bit more water on there. If you do get these, and I would already recommend you do, have a play with the amount of water that you need to, you know, use for your own needs. Some people like them a little bit drier, but I like to use a lot of water. Obviously, it depends what paper you're using as well, but that's gorgeous. Next one is Cerise, which is a little bit more sort of purpley, but still pink, but going into the like red violet type of colour. Just making sure there's loads of water on it. Giving the brush a good old dip. And here we go. Wow. See, I always get to that bit and then my brush dries up, so let's just do it. There we go. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Especially on the black, but on the white as well. Just going to add a bit more water to that so we can see the payoff. I'm hoping I can fit all 10 on here, by the way. Right, I'm really excited for this one because this red is the most gorgeous. It sort of reminds me of like a Chinese red. That's a colour it's not orangey, but it's leaning towards orangey, but it's also got plenty of gold tones in there as well. And I absolutely love Chinese red. So I'm hoping that this one is going to be the same. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's just bleeding into that one a little bit. Sorry about that. That is my favourite so far. Look at that. Just look. That is unreal. Can you even see? Oh, you can't even see. Just please wait until until I get to the end and I will show you. Because I don't want to tilt it in case the water... I don't want to mess it up. Just wait. Okay, let's get through the colours really quickly so I can show you and it's dry. This one is pale blue. That's such a delicate colour. It's blue, but it's also got loads of silver in it. It's like, it just reminds me of angels. That's so weird. I don't know why, it feels like such a beautiful angelic colour. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy with these. Right, let's do the next one, which is navy, which I'm excited about as well because it's such a deep, very deep sort of sapphire colour. Just making sure, again, I've got plenty of water on there because I think the papers that I'm using, oh my goodness, look at that. The papers that I'm using are quite absorbent, so they are taking all of the water straight from my brush and just sucking it up. That's beautiful. Obviously, metallic paints are going to look loads better on black. I mean, they're just going to, but these really stand up with the white paper as well. It's just more obvious, I guess, on the black. Let's try the next one, which is teal. I'm super excited about this one as well because teal is one of my favourite colours. It's not my favourite, but it's one of my favourites. I might need to move you up, I think, so that you can see the whole thing. Okay, here we go with teal. Wow. This and the red, for me, are the standouts so far. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to put these... I know that because they're wet, the glare of the light is not going to show you properly, but like I said, just bear with me. Let me get through the colours and then we can see them up close and personal. Right, this is green. And I think I've got just about, oh, I've dabbed it on the gold. I'm so cack-handed. Right. I think we've got just about, oh my goodness. Wow, wow. You know, if you took a shot for every time I said the word wow, you'd be definitely on your way to sloshed by now. Oh my gosh, wow. My goodness. Gorgeous. Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous. I think that's another standout colour for me. And then we've got the gold with a little bit of green in, so I'm just trying to wet that out. Okay, here we go with the gold. Are we going to finish on a high? I predict yes. Oh my goodness. Just, oh, look. Wow. Wow again. Tell me in the comments how many times I've said wow on this video. So I'm going to let those dry, because obviously I've used a lot of water, because the paper that I'm using is very sucky uppy, and if I don't use water it will not show you properly, so I've had to use a bit of excessive water. But you can see that these two at the top are pretty much dry, but I am going to just leave it until the whole lot are dry, because I want to show you one by one up close and personal. We've also got the chrome, don't forget, so I did put a little bit of water on that just to check it, so I'm going to do that over at the other corner because I don't have enough room on the swatch. So I have had, this is a really melty one straight away, can you see the melt? I have had the chrome from Karen before, but I used it so much that I ran out, so I ordered another one. Oh my goodness, I love this colour. You know, if you are looking for the most incredible realistic looking silver that you can find in a watercolour paint, look no further, because I will rave about this colour until the day I die. That and golden, they're my two favourite Karen colours. But yeah, the chrome, absolutely amazing. It really does look like liquid metal. And I'm going to do it on white as well in the other corner. Yeah, this is the, I believe this is the usual formula, because it feels different, it's not as firm. So this is the usual Karen formula, but you can just see on the white, it even shows up just under the light there. Amazing. It's stunning, it's stunning. Right, so I'm going to now leave these to dry, and I will come back and we'll examine them very closely. Okay, they're dry. I'm so excited. Let's have a look. Look. Just look. Don't forget, these are not paints that are your standard metallic sort of mica pigments. These have glitter pigments, so they are different to, you know, this standard one, the chrome, that has the shiny pigment, I guess. But these have just so much more of an individual teeny tiny glittery look. That's the best way I can describe them. I'm pretty rubbish at describing things. But let's go through them one by one. So we have the white at the top here. Let's just have a look in the light. You can see the sparkle and all of the individual glitter, like I said. Then we've got the pink. Is it called light pink? No, just pink. And then the deep pink. Just tilt it to that side so you can see, because the middle of my paper is threatening to come apart. And then we've got the, what's that one, cerise, which just a little bit has pooled there because I obviously used too much water, but the colour intensity is immense. Then we've got that beautiful red. Look, let me get it closer. Look, it's stunning. Then we've got that angelic blue. Remember I said it reminded me of angels? And the beautiful navy sapphire colour. Then we've got the teal. And the gorgeous green. I have never seen a green as beautiful as that. Actually, the Emerald City paint that Karen brought out once was my ultimate favourite green, but this is not far behind. And then we've got the gold as well on the bottom. it's almost like gold leaf. It's like these little individual flakes of gold that you can, I'm shaking, my hands are shaking, not because of this, but I haven't eaten anything today. But yeah, individual sort of gold flake. Yeah, and then we've got the chrome, of course, which I do want to show you. So this is it on black. Much more of a metallic shine rather than an individual glitter look. Can you tell the difference? This one on white as well. Oh, stunning with a capital S. So obviously these, like I've said, are the super chromes. So these are not, you know, the same kind of formulas and stuff as Karen's normal paint. So that's why I was really intrigued to test them out, because we all know how much I love Karen's paints, but these being brand new and a whole different thing, I was unsure what I was gonna get and what I was gonna see, but I am over the moon and completely blown away by these. They definitely do have a different feel to Karen's usual paint. So if you're thinking of getting some, just keep that in mind. They do have a different feel. They do take longer to activate. That's the word I've been looking for throughout this whole video. But the weight is worth it. The weight is definitely worth it. Now, these paints are in a set of 10 and they cost, I think Karen's got them up for £65, which to me is very, very reasonable, because a lot of other paint makers, but they are selling these kind of paints or similar in this size of pan for at least £9–10 each colour. And Karen's got these on for 65, which makes each pan around about £7, £7.20, something like that. And these again are half pans, but they are domed as well, so you're getting loads and loads of product. I can see these lasting a really long time. And yeah, I'd love to know what you think. You know what I'm going to do before we go? I'm going to quickly put these colours on the inside of the lid, because I want to see them. As soon as I open it up, I want to see what I'm getting. So I'm not going to be precise or precious. I'm just dabbing them in. Ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, I just want to know what you think now. I'm really, really excited to hear your views on them, because it's just so different seeing a glittery paint from Karen rather than the shiny metallic that we usually see. Like I said, we've seen some certain glittery paints from Karen before, but I know for a fact that these kind of glitter, very, very minuscule micro pigments are so expensive to buy. So yeah, it's just, we're getting a really, really premium product here. I never put the right amount of water on. It's something you've got to get used to, definitely, with these ones, is knowing the right amount of water, because each one is slightly different as well, because these are handmade. They're not batch produced or mass produced on a machine, so they're all going to be slightly different in how they react, but overall the same, if that makes sense. Here's that beautiful red, needs a bit more water. Like I say, I'm not trying to be neat. I wouldn't be true to myself if I was, because I'm never neat normally. We've got the pale blue, which I am colloquially going to call Angel from now on. Karen, if you need help with names, just let me know. But this is Angel to me. Then we have the navy, which is giving me real Midnight Sapphire vibes. Oh, dotted a bit into the Angel there. Told you I'm never neat. One of my favourites, the teal, which again I've just got on the green. Take these away from me before I mess them up completely. That teal's amazing. Then we've got the green, one of my definite favourites from this set. And then finally we have the gold. There we go. I think that's a good ratio of water to paint, and we seem to have got a good payoff there for the colours. So yeah, I'm just so super excited. These are still wet, so you can't really see, but yeah, little gems, little tiny gems in a really nice gold box. Right, enough waffling. I'm going to put the link in the description for Karen's shop where you can find these super chromes, brand new style of paint from Karen, and also the standard chrome as well, because that is something I would, if somebody said to me what colours do you need from Karen, but you know, really down to the wire, what 2 colours, it would be the chrome and the golden. I absolutely love them and I never steer you wrong, so I just really hope you like them too and you treat yourself, because they are definitely very much worth it. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you soon on Colour with Claire.